last week we talked about the show about all the pass catchers going to Texas with Mahomes. We highlighted the absence of Mecole Hardman and Travis Kelce because those were the hot topic names last week that weren't there. Obviously, Kelce has rapport with Mahomes. No one was worried about that. But Hardman wasn't there, at least the start of it, based on the photos and the pictures and all the stuff we saw from the camp. But Hardman and Kelce did show up, and along with MVS and Dieter, all the guys who weren't there last week did show up eventually. And basically the entire assortment of guys were there. So, Jason, what do you got to say about Mecole Hardman and Kelce joining the other guys? And what do you say to the fans who are dogging on Hardman for not being down there initially?
Hey, man, beautiful. Hats off to him. Hey, these are guys who want to get better. These are guys, like I said before, are professionals. And so as a professional, you develop. And it's the same thing like when you first get into the league, maybe you don't understand as far as like what it takes to become better. And sometimes that dedication. And it's easy for us to put blame and speculate what a guy's doing with his time, right? Well, he's not over here where he's not doing. Listen, we got to understand that, we're regular guys, okay? We have families just like everybody else. And so I know everybody's like, well, he had the whole winter off. Look, he just got finished. If you think about it, about a month or so ago. So you're trying to get your body to heal. You're working on your mental stability. You just want to, and like I said, I'm a big person that believes that sometimes you just got to get away from the game. You don't want to overtrain. Sometimes it's just getting that break, right? To refresh and everything that you need to. And so if you could get together before camp starts or the OTAs and before the draft, then fine. But like I said, I didn't want to look too much into it because I understand. I get it. I get it. Look, we have families, we have obligations. There's things that we've already committed to. And sometimes when something comes up, it's like, hey, you know what? This got to be here. Somebody who's like, this, he's not over here. He's not doing this. He's not trying to get better. I just don't buy into it. And not saying that can't happen. And not saying that, Mecole wasn't, at prior camps or whatever, guys getting together. But the thing is, he's here now, him and Travis both. And so I think that shows dedication on their part saying like, look, you know what? Let's get up here and catch up with the guys. Hey, Pat, I'm not able to get here right now, but I tell you what, here's my schedule. You still throwing, you're going to be out here, maybe Thursday, Friday, whatever the day is. Hey, I'll be there. And that's why I say the next session they have, they're going to be there. And so that's promising. And I think that's how it should be. So I try not to put too much stake into, looking at a guy about what he's doing with his time. That's the reality. It's his time. But we want to make sure that during what he's doing with his time is getting better. So even if he's not with those guys getting better, hopefully he's over here and he's working out, he's running routes, he's doing everything that he needs to do to still get his body in shape, his mind in shape, and his spirit in shape. And so I think that's just one of those things that we can criticize, but we don't quite know. We don't quite know. So good for him showing up, man. And I've seen not just Mecole was there, but like you said, Travis and also MVS. I've seen, Scantman was there. So, hey, these guys are rolling. I think they understand. They understand this is what you have to have in the room. This is part of the dedication. Everybody's got to be on the same page. Why not start to try to get that report, everything right now? So I get it why people say those things, but hey, look, man, we got normal lives like everybody else too.
Yeah, 100%. We talked about it last week about, normal people go on vacation, take their PTO, their pay time off. This is the off season, and I know it is the NFL and you guys get paid millions, but like people need time off. If people need time away from it, they're going to get burnt out. They're going to hate their job just like normal people,
Right. Yeah.
Actually, I saw a funny a tweet today. I think I might have sent it to you, but it was Baker Mayfield was on a podcast and he was talking about because I wish I could go to some people's normal people's cubicles and like and say that you suck to them and say bad things to them like they say to us. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But having Hardman there because like we talk about like obviously Josh Gordon was on the team last year, but he was only for a couple games, right? He was a newbie. Mecole Hardman is the most senior, the most veteran receiver we have now. And to the new guys who are at this camp, having Hardman there, and actually one of the videos that Mahomes posted on his page, you actually see Kelce talking to Corey Coleman, and it was a quick cut. It was like a 45-second video, but you see him like telling him like, like he's obviously talking about route running with him. Having that veteran presence there from Hardman and Kelce, who were both guys who have been in this offense, how big of a deal is that for these guys who are there right now?
Well, I mean, it's huge. And like you said, veteran in the sense of like being in this system, right? Being at the Chiefs, understanding how everything operates, how it works, terminology, what they're expecting out of you, running routes, finding windows and holes. That's huge. And so what it does is when you have guys that's experienced, what they're doing is just kind of giving you knowledge and information that you can utilize. So now all of a sudden the turnaround as far as getting ready, getting prepared into what you need to do as soon as camp rolls, you kind of understand it. You know what the coaches are expecting out of you. And so, hey, with those guys there, they like, look, when we run this route, there's a couple plays that we run like this. This is what they're looking for out of this route. And so where you may run, 10 to 12 yards or whatever route, we'll just say, come back, whatever you want to do. This is how we kind of do it, and this is how they teach it. And so when you hear the coaches, this is what the coaches are thinking. This is what they're expecting. This is what they want to see. And so it helps a guy out who's coming from different systems, different terminologies. It's like, oh, okay, I get you. So like I said, nobody wants to be robotic. You want to be a player, but you want to put your spin on it. You want to use your athleticism. You want to be able to be, Corey Coleman or MVS or Josh Gordon within the system of what they do. And so it's one thing to be able to run a route, but you got to be able to run the route at the way Mecole Hardman runs his route the best. Josh Gordon runs the route his best. Juju run the route his best. And so that's how it works. And especially, with 15 throwing the ball, he's going to tell you, look, this is how I'm looking. And I've seen him also to kind of give him direction on maybe the flight of the ball, or, a lot of it is kind of like angles. And so sometimes when you might run a corner route, guys are looking for, deeper routes and maybe put it on me right here in this zone, in this coverage. And so it's kind of like what they're talking about. So he's learning these guys, the integral parts of them, right? Tendencies. And that's a beautiful thing. This offense, man, is going to, I'm telling you, with these guys getting together and getting a jump on it, it's just so encouraging to me that I see that they got a mind to make sure that they're not going to falter, because we lost a huge weapon in Tyreek Hill, right? And they're like, look, we got to be able to step up, and we got to make sure that everybody is pulling their weight in here, right? So we can't slough off. We can't say, hey, well, hey, look, we lost Tyreek Hill. We're going to be better in 2 or 3 years after we get a guy here. No, we got guys here now. We need to go ahead and produce now. Day one, we're out here rolling. And so that's like I said, that's professional. That's how these guys are supposed to do it. So I love the veteran presence with those guys coming in. So, and plus, like I said, with Juju and MVS playing with Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben, look, they already know. They know what they need to do, So it's just instruction now. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's and having those guys there, and also like, if you look at this team for the last 4 years, right? The biggest vocal leader was Tyrann Mathieu, and we had, and now Kelce, Kelce's always been a leader on the team, but now he's probably going to take him, and Mahomes are going to take even more of more of that vocal leader without a guy like Tyrann Mathieu, and it's good to have them doing off-season workouts with the new pass catchers.